Hello everyone and welcome to another timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Temur tempo/control deck in timeless format. Now this was inspired by an opponent of mine from a few videos ago. They were playing 4 copies of Stifle that was trying to cheat out an Uro onto the battlefield. But I was playing a vampire deck at the time and I would play a Sorin onto the battlefield and then they would stifle my Sorin, and it was a bit of a bad times, and they were also stifling my lands as well. So I was pretty impressed with the performance of Stifle, so I wanted to try a deck with Stifle and Uro. But honestly, I'm not brave enough to play 4 copies of Stifle in the deck, so I'm gonna be playing only 3 copies, and instead we have 2 copies of Stern Scolding, and as for the other counter spells, we have 4 copies of counter spells and 2 copies of Spell Pierce in the deck. As for our top end, we have 3 copies of Oko and 3 copies of Uro. And lastly, we have a copy of Case of the Lost Witness. If you don't have this card, you can just play the 4th copy of Mishra's Bauble, but I'm playing this just as a bit of a meme, but it can also be a pretty nice grindy card for the deck, in my honest opinion. When this card comes onto the battlefield, you shuffle 4 Fibble Tips into the deck, and you also draw a card. Now to solve this case, you have to control a legendary homunculus, which is going to be the Fibble Tip that you draw into, and if you solve it, you can look at the top of your deck at any time, and you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your deck. So if you do solve the case, it's actually pretty amazing, and even if you draw a Fibble Tip, which is just a 1/1, you can make it into a 3/3 with Oko, so that's a bit of a synergy there, although you lose the homunculus typing, so you do have to be a little bit careful. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless Best of 1 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. That's a hand. That's a hand that I can get behind. Mountain into a bauble. I wonder what this is. I wonder what this is. Man, it's just like going second against a Ragavan and then you see a mountain. It's like if they play a blue mana, then I get I get screwed. It's just bad, right? No matter what I do. Do we just... I think we just lightning bolt this now and then hold up a Stern Scolding. No! Are you kidding me? Land? Okay, nice. So now we got a counter spell and a Stern Scolding. The opponent finally found a land. They finally found a land. Another land. You know, I think this deck actually wants a lot of lands. What do we got? Instant sorcery land? With an artifact or creature or planeswalker? Stifle. Okay. You fool. You fool. Oh, now you're bolting face. I see. Think I gotta counter that. Okay, so I need to flip this Dragon Rage Channeler as soon as possible. Otherwise, we're gonna lose to this Etching of Kumano. Or we just kill it. Oh, they're both good. That's actually insane. Shoot. I mean, I think it has to be a bolt, right? Yeah, I think it has to be a bolt. Okay. Kill that. Another bolt. I really need something better than that. Uro, there we go. Let me get some life. And the Dragon Rage Channeler flips. That's really good. I think that's game over. I legit think that Stifle on the Bloodstained Mire actually won us the game. No Stifle hand, but I think this is okay. We go Channeler into Sleight of Hand Spell Pierce. Swamp. Please pass the turn so I can hold up a Spell Pierce. Please just pass a turn. I'll even allow killing the Dragon Rage Channeler. Just don't Dark Ritual. Thank God. Thank God. Okay, we pass. Oh man. Pretty good. Bauble? Bauble doesn't really do anything. It does fill up the graveyard for Uro though. I don't know. I think we just go for lands. Counter spell, that's actually pretty good. I think we Spell Pierce this. If they have double Dark Ritual, I don't think Spell Pierce gets any value anyways. I think this is good. Now they don't know our counter spell that's about to come up here for their Necropons. So that's actually pretty good. Or it could be a one ring. Maybe it's one ring. Yeah, maybe it's one ring. Come on, play out your Necropones. Do it. Do it. Or one ring. Whichever one works. Shealdred. What? Shealdred. I think we pass again. Like, I feel like 8 life, we're in no danger of dying. Might as well bolt this because I do want to play our Uro next turn. And hopefully we draw land. Land here is so good. This is one ring. Or not. Okay, this actually works out. And if they're holding on to a Bowmaster, this also works out as well. So we Uro. Counterspell, counterspell. Get rid of instant speed, leave a creature. Now if they want to Bowmaster here, we got the Stern Scolding. Okay, play out our Dragon Rage Channeler. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. Can we play it again? I think we can. Why is this deck working? Yeah, why is this deck working? Yeah, I don't know. Case of the Lost Witness. Are you kidding me? What is this? We actually got Invoke Despaired. No way. Really? We actually got Invoke Despaired. Well... what's better here? Stifle? If they Karn, I guess Stifle could be useful. 3 cards in the yard. Leave up a Bolt and a Stern Scolding. No instant speed spell from them. That's pretty annoying. They got a 1 ring off. We have to find an Oko. I'm gonna stifle it. As we say that. Invoke Despair, though. Are you kidding me? Which one's actually... I mean, I guess Uro is a little bit more... a little bit better here. Since it gains us life. Leave up a clearance scolding. Oh wow, that's actually pretty nice. This spell pierce actually could go pretty hard. Especially if they have another Invoke Despair, that is. No way! Multiple copies of Invoke Despair. No way. This game is over. Well, I think it's over.
Oh dear.
Hopefully it's over. Fatal push, sure. Actually, hold up. Oh, we don't have any more surveillance. But our Unholy Heat's gonna be online here, so that's nice. Boom! So even if they have a March, it only does 4 damage maximum, right? No, 5 damage. So, they can technically kill Oko if this is another black card. I mean, this just keeps coming back, right? Just keeps coming back. This deck is sick.
One bite, and all your cares are gone.
It's actually kind of sick. Another One Ring, that's fine. We have Oko. Exchange control of target artifact or creature. Oh man, that's hilarious. Get rid of that.
Your new look is enchanting.
They're probably thinking like, where did that come from? I'm just gonna attack. A Stifle. Honestly, I really don't care about like how we manipulate the top of our deck at the moment. Okay, this game is over. GG's. That was a pretty sick game. Sure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what this is. Tokens prop, maybe? Oh god. Ginger brood. I thought about blocking, honestly. I really did. But I don't think it's a good idea. So am I playing the Channeler plus the Brainstorm here, or... I could actually flip our Channeler if I do this. So if they attack, their creatures might die. Don't want an Uro. Okay, never mind. We weren't able to flip it. Actually, we do want these lands. I think we bottomed the case. Yeah, I think we bottomed the case. Looks like they have, perhaps an exile spell? I mean, surely now it'll flip, right? I think actually we do, right? Creature, instant speed, artifact, enchantment? Stern Scolding. I'll actually take that. Target creature perpetually loses all ability and deals damage to it equal to the number of creatures you control. Okay. I think we have a counter spell for that. So we know opponent's turn this time. We're going to counter spell this. And that's GG's. I wonder if this is actually like a hammer time. They were playing Ginger Brood. Mono white hammer time, perhaps? A lot of removal spells. A lot of them. I use an unholy heat for this. Nice. Let's shuffle this away and that away. Actually, I have to Steam Vent here, right? So I can leave up a Bolt? No, actually, I can just Stern Scolding here. I think we do it like this and fetch Breeding Pool later. And just fetch a Breeding Pool like this. Because realistically, I think they're just going to, you know, play a creature. A Blood Crypt. Okay. Okay. We have infinite removals. Not sure if I should shock. Yeah, I don't feel like I need to shock here. I'm playing against a burn deck. I need to be pretty careful about my life total. Okay, I'll take that. I should probably kill it now, right? Because if I do it on their turn, they get a spectacle off. Like, that's not a good idea. I don't think I need another Unholy Heat. I think I'd rather want to land at this point. Oh god. Please. Can you not? Can you not? Okay, that makes it a lot easier. Counter spell. Okay. I think we pass with the counter spell up. They're certainly not making it easy. No thank you. Ow. Okay, Lightning Bolt was a really good draw. Now I have a counter spell and a bolt. Also, they could just die. Thinking about it. I need them to, like, just play out their Loris. Right? Can my opponent just play out your Loris here? Nice. Nope. Nope. Lando's actually really good because if I ever draw an Uro here, we just win the game. Nope. We're just looking for Uro.
Revel with your king, wild and sovereign and free. I think a little merriment is in order.
So even if they have double 3 damage spells, we're alive.
You are fouler than a fiend.
I think they're dead. Right? I think opponent's dead. Skewer? Sure. We'll crack this. let's go with a breeding pool. Speaking of Uro. Also, I should have tapped all my green sources. What am I doing? I needed to manually tap there. Doesn't really matter which order I do. So let's say I attack. I don't think there's anything. Like, I just can't see anything. Even if they get, like, top deck a creature, they can't deal 8 damage. Top deck a 3 damage spell, they can't deal 3 damage. Okay. They really don't want to show me the top card. You know, actually, the bauble can just become a 3 damage spell, right? A 3 damage creature because of Oko. Okay, this deck is kind of gas. Crazy part is because this deck actually runs 8 copies of cantrips, it's so easy to get the Uro out. Sleight of hands. Nice. Bowmaster, okay, okay. We probably want to do Brainstorm now then? Okay, maybe not. Really? Not taking away the Brainstorm. I feel like it's a mistake. Okay, we put the Uro on top. I think we're gonna Surveil. Yeah. Sheoldred. A Sheoldred. Weirdly enough, this deck actually wants a lot of lands. Okay. We're just going to Surveil here. These Surveil lands are just so good. It's just so good. Another Unholy Heat. Yeah, I think I'll take that. Sure. Since they play Sheoldred. Also, it's a pretty good information that they Sheoldred instead of One Ring or something, so they probably don't have anything like One Ring in their hand, right? I could also Oko. Leave up an Unholy Heat. Is that better? It actually might. Then they don't get another extra token, right?
I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me.
So if their next turn is like March. Oh, wow. I mean, it's a bit annoying, but I don't think it's the end of the world.
It crescendos into an opera.
Do I really care about Ashiok at this point? Do I care about Ashiok? I feel like I don't.
This is my masterpiece.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
You fear your truth. Gaze into my face and put on your true shape. A little too real for me.
Okay. What a card, Oko? Wow, marching that instead of the Oko. And they sacrifice their Ashiok. I'm actually pretty happy about this outcome.
Quite the nibble.
I am very happy about this outcome.
Your new look is enchanting.
That's a 3/3 Mistress Bauble. Four mana draw card. Slightly annoying because I have to give them a 3/3. Okay, they just gave up. Yeah, this deck seems really powerful, guys. Kinda surprised. It's very grindy, it has control, it has sustain. Okay, I did a little bit of a test run with this deck in Best of 1, just to kind of see what the main deck looks like, and the main deck seems pretty good. I'm actually genuinely surprised. You know, I thought it was just gonna be a meme. The Stifle actually has been pretty nice. Even against like a One Ring, it's like, it's not bad, right? Because if you think about it, if you stifle their draw, that's technically 1-for-1. They are drawing a card, you stifle, right? Or if they have multiple counters on it, then stifle becomes a lot better when they try to draw with the One Ring. So I really like that. And we've also seen Stifle win against deck that kept a one-lander, and then they eventually drew their second land, and we had a Stifle, and they couldn't play the game. So that was also really good. I think because of what our deck is trying to achieve with a little bit of a tempo/control play, trying to get the Okos and Uro down, the Stifle is actually pretty nice in this deck. And especially that Uro is also a combo piece with the Stifle as well. Like, if you draw this late, Stifle isn't gonna be dead in your hand. So, yeah, pretty fun deck. Very, very fun deck. This is like exactly the kind of deck that I really like. A little bit like a tempo-oriented deck that has a control element. And also, like, I don't know what happened. Everybody just started not playing Necropons, and everybody's playing the One Ring at the moment. What's up with that? So we're suddenly, like, I just queued up. Like, it wasn't intended. I didn't add this Oko to beat the One Ring, but a lot of decks that I faced today suddenly have One Ring in their deck, so Oko becomes insane, honestly. So also the Dragon Ray Challenger felt pretty good as well. Stern Scolding, a little bit underwhelming. Didn't get that many hits, but Because like even against an aggro deck, as you've seen, like a Rakdos aggro, like they play a lot of enchantments that become a creature. So sometimes it can feel a little bit clunky, but I think it's necessary in the deck with a bunch of draw spells versus an Orcish Bowmaster. And this one copy of Case of the Lost Witness. I mean, I put it in there as a meme. If you really don't like this, if you don't craft this card, just play another Mishra's Bauble. But I decided to put it in there just because it's grindy. It's hard to get rid of enchantments, and it's also funny. So that's the only reason why I have this in the deck. I love Fibblethep, one of my favorite characters from Magic. So I mean, I saw this enchantment, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to play it in the deck. And it's not even bad if you mill it, because it's an enchantment. It fuels our Delirium. So yeah, give it a go if you like this kind of a style. Also, the only reason I played Stifle today is because last time I played against a player that had like 4 copies of Stifle and they were trying to cheat out on Uro. That's the only reason why I wanted to try this deck today, and I think this was a pretty decent success. As for the sideboard, I just put together random cards in the sideboard, honestly. If you want to play this in best of 3, you got Rolling Vortex versus Show and Tell, Brotherhood's End versus creature decks, Ashiok versus Breach decks, Field of the Dead, and Pithing Needle for Yawgmoth and Necropones. Gotta Clothis as a just because why not? We are in the color, and Clothis is an amazing card. And then a copy of Mystical Dispute if you need it. And against an artifact, we have 2 copies of Braid. This also gets rid of things like Jarsoul. And we have 2 copies of Veil of Summer versus counter spells or discard heavy decks. And you have a copy of Pick Your Poison, which can be used versus Blood Moon. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video so far, and if you did, as always, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.